She has a question when you do
Okay,
privilege
we're
of the
good to
floor,
go.
Chairman.
We have a motion on the floor for, and a second for number 7. I'm going to call the question on number 7. All in favor, say aye.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, Chairman, please. Point of order, maybe.
Point of order.
What motion do we have on the floor?
Number 7, request to appoint Director of Tourism effective July 18th. We have a motion. We have I believe a motion and a second by Supervisor Wild and Supervisor Runyon.
I'd like a motion to table.
Yeah, I'll withdraw that motion.
Do we have concurrence with the second? Okay, motion withdrawn. Any other action that the committee would like to take? Yes, Supervisor
Make a
Runyon.
motion to resubmit the qualifications for this position and change it to say a bachelor's degree in the tourism related field or 10 years of experience.
And there was
Period of time.
also a question about posting and the time frame for posting. Do we have a preference?
Question, Chairman, for our administrator. Ryan, do you have any idea how long we posted the first one for?
Usually for 4 weeks.
4 weeks, 30 days?
But if that's,
I say 6 weeks.
Ms. Bramer?
I was gonna say 3 weeks, and I'd ask if my colleague from Thurman would consider revising the motion to say approximately 10 years of experience. So we can take someone who might not quite be there. Yeah. Great, thank you.
Okay, so my understanding of the motion, is it 4 weeks or 3 weeks?
like 3.
3 is fine.
Three.
Okay, my understanding is then that we're going to change a bachelor's degree and or plus or minus 10 years of experience and to repost for 3 weeks.
Could you say that again one more time? Sorry.
The resolution is to repost the position with the change that a bachelor's degree and or plus or minus 10 years of experience
Of related tourism experience?
Right,
Yeah. Okay,
right.
right.
and be posted for 3 weeks, 21 days. Discussion, Mr. O'Conover.
My apologies. Way of hearing this, it's saying if you have a bachelor's degree, you can apply for the position. It doesn't say anything about experience. So, for example, is what we're looking for, a bachelor's degree, aggressively responsible, experience, field, or 10 years experience in the tourism. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In other words, you want something connected to the bachelor's degree. I mean, you could have somebody just out of college with absolutely no experience. So I mean, I think there needs to be some wording there that what we're looking for is a bachelor's degree that is that has a certain type of experience. What you're saying in the or is you're saying, however, if you have 10 years, approximately 10 years experience, that will consider as well. See what I'm saying? Doug?
Yeah, yeah.
How about you?
I do, man.
Yes,
So we're looking for someone with a bachelor's in tourism and experience, or approximately 10 years of tourism related experience.
Marketing also.
Tourism or marketing, yeah.
Hospitality.
I can give you the minimum qualifications for the position is a bachelor's degree as it is worded right now. A bachelor's degree or higher in 10 years of full-time paid experience in the field of travel, tourism, hospitality, communications, tourism, hospitality, marketing, or a related field, well, then it's got also 2 years of which shall have been a supervisory capacity. So I think we're just changing this, basically this one and to an or. A bachelor's degree or higher, or 10 years, plus or minus 10 years of,
Well, meh.
yes.
I do agree with my colleague from Bolton that it should be more than just a bachelor's degree. They should also have experience. If that's going to be one set of the criteria, then the other side is approximately 10 years of tourism or marketing experience. And then all of either one, you have to have 2 years of supervisory experience.
Well, you can't put or in there and have both. I don't, it's either or. You know what I'm
We
saying?
don't want someone brand new out of college with no experience, even though they have a degree, right?
I understand, yeah. Okay.
Would have to say that bachelor's degree with experience, with
With experience.
with approximately 10 years experience or 10 years experience. Why can't you just
You can do that.
Or, I don't think makes a difference.
leave the bachelor's degree right
Attorney Elman?
out? Do that too.
Just to clarify, the county is under no legal obligation to interview someone who meets the minimum qualifications that they don't want to interview. So if somebody who just graduated with a bachelor's degree applies, it doesn't bind the county to have to interview them or engage them in the process. It's just the minimum qualification. And then you do whatever you want to do as a committee and as a board with the individuals who apply. So
Okay.
Administrator Moore.
You could also replace bachelor's degree with something to the effect of credit hours post high school education, if you like.
I know.
Mr. Conover?
The descriptions I've seen say a bachelor's degree in tourism or related field. Before, so now you have somebody who went through 4 years of college in tourism or related field. So you have somebody that as part of their education, they've interned, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe the wording should be a bachelor's degree in tourism or related field, but some of the degrees aren't specific.
And then just leave it or, and then we'll,
That's a.
Okay.
College.
it is.
maybe going to use the word approximately in reference to the years.
Yeah.
What is approximate? Yeah, I'm not concerned about in terms of the plus minus. Plus goes without saying. Minus. Is the minus 7? Is it 8? Is it 9? Should we settle on should we change the 10?
8+.
Mr. Chairman, I think my suggestion is not to limit it. Because there could be someone with 7 years of experience that it's a rock star. It's done some amazing things. So it's not just the experience, but what that experience has led someone to. So I don't mind.
All right, I'll take a crack at this. So the motion is to have a bachelor's degree or other in a related field, other degree in a related field, or approximately 10 years of full-time paid experience.
And then with the rest of that verbiage. that
Right,
was
and
on
the-
original posting.
Right, and the remaining. I can read the rest of it if you want.
Should we not? Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
should we not wait until Trish weighs in on whether this is exempt or not? I mean, I know you're looking to Ron and Mike for the answers since they sit closest to you. But there's, I'm just saying, we got some question now, whether it's exempt or not, what the process is. Why don't we wait till we actually know?
We could be waiting a long time.
Well, then we wait a long time.
We won't have.
Waited 9 months for county administrator.
We won't have an answer for that for a while. I'll read from an email. State Civil Service has indicated unofficially and verbally that the Director of Tourism title could be approved as non-competitive. No guarantees. We need to go back through the proceedings books, provide additional detail, and then make a formal request.
Everybody understand the motion?
Yes.
Mr. Diamond?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The question that I have now is that we had 2 finalists, candidates. One of them, in my opinion, met the qualifications. documentation to show that the other did not. What's the message to the other person that met the qualifications now, the two finalists? What are we gonna tell that individual? Why they didn't get the job? Because we wanted to change the verbiage on job qualifications so we can select someone differently? Or do we offer that person the job and there's always a probationary period to prove their wealth? If the person doesn't work out in 6 months, you can go in another direction. At the same time, you're ironing out the issues with civil service. Someone may call up that's a candidate and say, am I gonna be required to take a test? That person may not be a good test taker. You may determine at that point in time not to apply for the position. So you've got a couple of issues out there that you're gonna have to deal with.
Supervisor Runyon.
I think the point of all of this, though, is to open it up to other candidates that would be qualified except for the bachelor degree. Because she stated there were other candidates who were very close, right?
Mhm.
So it's to be fair to all the people that apply.
Supervisor Dickinson.
I'm sorry, I'm late. If I say something,
Need to speak into the mic here so that
Maybe we don't want him to speak.
other people can,
yeah, I'll go to the podium. for a second.
yeah, you can yell at us.
It's important to us, Dennis.
We've had all these discussions before. The candidate that is qualified, that has the degree you're talking about, has a degree in like social sciences or something. Has nothing to do with tourism. The guy that doesn't have the degree has 18 hours towards his degree in economics and associated things to tourism, the position he's taken. He's also got a very good resume. He's worked a long time where he is, and he's doing the
Dennis?
same thing we're asking here.
If you're going to continue, we're going to have to go back into executive
I
session.
was a little surprised they brought it up in here, but I'm done.
Sorry. Yes.
Thank you.
Supervisor
Just to my colleague's point about the other applicants, I would like to make sure that that pool of original applicants gets notified that we're doing this and we're, potentially would pull them back in or maybe not. Okay,
Yep.
yes,
Already made
All
a
right.
note on it.
thank you.
Okay, we have a motion, but we would like a second,
I'll second.
and seconded by Supervisor Bramer. We all understand what the motion is.
Candidates have the opportunity to withdraw. their
Speak into the, and
Candidates have the opportunity to withdraw their application. They have the opportunity to resubmit their application. I don't understand the point. The point is that a process, we're going to commence the process once again and to try to address some of the concerns of some of my colleagues and I think that's a good thing. And so let's get on with it.
Supervisor Bramer.
Just quickly, my point was that I believe they have been let go. So they should be re-notified,
They will.
at least to resubmit.
Okay, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to call the question. All in favor?
I,
Aye. Opposed? All right. Number 8 is a referral from the American Rescue Plan Act Advisory Committee. And it's a request to create and fill the new position of office specialist, full-time, grade 7, base annual salary of $36,414 within the Planning and Community Development Department, effective June 6, 2022. And this will go before the board today if approved. Moved by Supervisor Bramer. And seconded by Supervisor Runyon. Any discussion on this? These are ARPA funds that are paying for this. So I'll call the question. All in favor?
I,
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Next, we have pending items. SUNY Adirondack, we'll see you tomorrow morning. First one, I don't believe there's been any further progress or action on that.
If I can just clarify, I created that I believe, because I wanted to look further into that policy with the idea of making suggestions and recommendations to modify and clear up some ambiguities. If the committee does not wish for me, county attorney's office, to undertake that task, we won't. I guess rather than have it continuing to appear, I just wanted to clarify whether the committee would be interested in having the policy reviewed, given some of the events from the fall of 2021 that highlighted some potential areas that could be tightened up procedurally as far as processing complaints.
What's the committee's pleasure? Yes, Ms. Bramer?
I'd say, yeah, we need to make improvements. We should. My request would be that it is in red line so that we can see the changes to the extent possible, or they're not just type things. Thank you.
Everyone else okay with that?
Okay, thank you.
Number 2 is a table discussion about the Warren County Travel, Education, and Vehicle Use Policy. I believe this will probably stay tabled until next month, unless the committee would like to do something else. And the last one is committees to develop guidelines for department heads to use when dismissing an employee. And we haven't done that either, so. There's no other pending items. Section 5, these are the positions that have been filled by the standing committees since the last meeting. Are there any questions about any of these? Okay, hearing none. Next is privilege of the floor and public comment. Mr. Lehman, do we have any public comment?
Hi, Chairman Thomas. No, there's nothing on YouTube.
Chairman,
Yes.
it's Andrea. Can you hear me?
Supervisor Hogan, can you speak up? Because we can't, we can just barely hear you.
Hi, can you hear me now?
There you go.
Can you hear me? Oh, hold on.
We can hear you.
Oh, you can? Okay, great. Thank you. I would like this committee to consider drafting a policy for how we handle applications and the process for bringing candidates forward. I think what we are experiencing is some pain because there was some interference in a process, and I believe that it needs to be clarified.
What's the committee feel about that suggestion? Guess we could have guidelines of, what it should flow, how it should flow. So
Yeah.
we can develop that. Yes, Supervisor
Thank
Baker.
you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I think one of the basic rules should be no interference from sitting supervisors on any of the process. I mean, that's a no-brainer to me, but I think it needs to be said and outlined. Since we have supervisors that some seem to want to put their thumb on the process. So I think that would be part of it. And I'd be all for that, Supervisor Hogan.
Supervisor Bramer.
Well, I think the supervisors should be involved in the process. I think we just need to clarify, and maybe there is already something that HR and civil service can just put together in a little bit clearer format that we can then adopt as a policy.
Can I clarify?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Let me clarify. They should be involved in the process, but they shouldn't be involved in picking and choosing which candidates get pushed along and which ones don't. So let me qualify that. Thank you. Thanks for letting me clarify that, Supervisor Bramer.
Any other comments from anyone on the committee?
Listen, Dennis.
Supervisor Hogan is, I think we'll move forward with some sort of flow process or guidelines on how to advertise for positions and select.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other business for the Personnel Committee?
Motion to adjourn?
By Supervisor Beatty,
Second.
seconded by Supervisor Bramer. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Best to do that sometimes.
We'll get there.
for Scott Sawyer.